Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a very exciting one because I'm going to be sharing with you my winter perfume collection. I get very excited specifically when winter rolls around, not just because it's the favorite, like it's my favorite time of the year basically. Out of every season, winter is definitely my favorite, but I get even more excited when it comes to beauty because I get to wear all my favorite very warm, cozy, vanilla, super sweet, gourmand fragrances, and that's basically what this video is going to be all about. I don't tend to own a lot of them in my collection like throughout the year because I do feel like they're not going to get worn any which ways. So what I actually did this year is like a very smart thing. Something I would highly recommend is your favorite vanilla fragrances is something you can buy right before winter, so like maybe October is the right time, and buy enough that's going to last you like 4 months. Don't buy like 10 basically. So I'm also hopeful that all the specific fragrances that I bought only for the winters that I don't tend to use otherwise, I will hopefully be able to use up as well before February. So that's something we're also going to see how it goes. And then we have some new fragrances also that I'm very excited to test out. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I just want to quickly point out one thing. I have mehendi on my hands right now, and I know it doesn't go with the blazer vibe that we have going on today, but I just wanted to wear this outfit because if you remember me like a year or two ago, whenever I did my like these kind of perfume rotation videos, I would always wear a blazer with a tank top inside. So I just wanted to do that with today's video, but I know that it's clashing a lot with our mehendi, but yeah. And this is like freshly applied mehendi that I applied last evening, so of course the color is very dark. You cannot miss it at all. So yeah, I know these two are gonna clash a little bit, but obviously you're gonna see my hands a lot today as I show you these perfumes. So before I dived into the selection that we have going on, I wanted to just quickly point this out. But yes, without any further ado, let's dive into our selection and all the fragrances I'm super duper excited to be wearing this winter season. So starting with first, I will start with the fragrances that I specifically bought that I was waiting to buy once winter rolls around. Firstly, we have Plum vanilla vibes, and again I purposely bought the smaller 15 ml travel size that they have going on. It's literally brand new. I haven't even showed this to you in a haul on my channel yet because usually what I tend to do is I collect all my products and then I film a haul video. So this is the fragrance right here, and I got the 15 ml travel spray as I mentioned earlier, and the reason for that is obviously that I will be able to definitely go through this in the next 4 months if I'm not able to go through the entire 50 ml bottle. And I actually got 2 travel sprays because one is for me and then one my mom would probably want to wear. She has actually been using the Vanilla Vibes body oil a lot. It's actually what I'm like what I have on my hands also right now, because my hands are definitely very dry because of the mehendi, but she's been using the Vanilla Vibes body oil and she really liked the scent of it. So I asked her, do you want me to grab you one as well, because I'm gonna buy the perfume for myself, and then she said yes. So I actually bought 2 of the Vanilla Vibes fragrances, and if she doesn't end up using it, I will just steal it from her and use both. But this is one of my absolute favorite, very sweet, like it's a true vanilla. It's a very sugary sweet vanilla. That's what this fragrance is. There is no like 2 ways about it. If you don't like super sweet fragrances, stay away from this. And this is something I would start wearing, like not right now because now it's just getting chilly. We're not there yet. And by the way, for context, I live in Mumbai, which doesn't really get super cold. Like the one reason I would want to live in Delhi is because of how cold it gets. I know that Mumbai, I mean, यहाँ की ठंडी का लोग मजाक उड़ाया करते हैं because this is not even like what true winter is. But I think going into December it will probably get a little bit cooler in the mornings, and that's when I would like to put this on with like a sweater or something like that, and that would be my ideal outfit perfume combo basically. So I'm not going to start wearing this right away. That being said, something that I've already started wearing, I wore this a couple of days in a row, and this is from the brand House of Fragrances. Now, if you have been following me for a few years, you would have seen me talking about Sense Perfumes a lot, and Sense Perfumes has now rebranded themselves into House of Fragrances. They are supposed to be a dupe house that dupe designer fragrances and have like affordable versions of it, and I really like their brand concept. I mean, okay, let me rephrase this. I don't like the fact that they dupe designer fragrances. That being said, I don't actually think their dupes are very accurate either. I think they're pretty far off. Like this perfume right here, which I'm going to talk about, is supposed to be a dupe of Carolina Herrera Good Girl, but this smells maybe like 50% similar to Carolina Herrera Good Girl. It smells nowhere close. Like this is the farthest dupe that I would have possibly ever found. I think there are a lot of other fragrances that are way close to the OG Carolina Herrera Good Girl. That being said, whatever they have created that is supposed to be a dupe of Carolina Herrera Good Girl, I actually really like. So I smelled it when I got a travel spray of it. Not a travel spray, actually it's they used to call it a pocket perfume. They don't sell the pocket perfumes anymore. So I got it maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I don't remember. But this smells so nice. It's a light gourmand. Basically, it does smell like it's got that yummy, like almondy, like sweetness, basically, and I think that's where the gourmandness is coming from. I don't think that's a word, but what I also like about it is that it has that slight airiness, and like it's not like cloying. Like I would not wear this as a nighttime fragrances that's going to be super strong. I would definitely wear this in the daytime. So it's basically a more wearable, like I want to say signature scent kind of, but I'm not sure if this could be a signature scent because I'm not sure if I would wear this in the summer, to be honest. But it's more like a daytime version basically. Yeah, it smells really nice, and this is something like I purposely got the 100 ml size of this one because I was planning on basically wearing this all winter long as my daytime scent, and then of course the other fragrances that we have would be to like switch things up basically. So like once it starts getting colder, I will start wearing vanilla vibes, and then we also have a couple of other fragrances that I would be very excited to wear and then try and test out. So it's not like I'm going to wear this every single day, 7 days a week for 4 months, but this is going to be like 50% of what I wear, and then the other fragrances are going to be more so like to switch things up and to like spice things up whenever I want to. So this is probably going to be as close to a signature scent as I possibly can go in the winter. And I also do want to let you know, because I'm talking so much about it, this fragrance in my opinion is not very long lasting. It, I would say, lasts for about 3 to 4 hours, and then you will definitely have to reapply because it's going to get like super close to your skin, and you know that's not something that I am upset about because you get a lot of quantity for like what, under 1,000 rupees, which is pretty affordable, and considering the quantity and everything, I get it. But at the same time, this is not something that I would necessarily rely on if I want to smell amazing the entire day. Basically, I don't want to reapply my scent. I don't want to let you know that it's not very long lasting. So please keep that in mind before you decide whether you want to buy it or not. I feel like we have just covered 2 fragrances and we're already 10 minutes into this video, so I need to quicken up my pace basically. Okay, so now let me tell you about this fragrance that I smelled and absolutely loved, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be my like interesting new fragrance that I'm gonna try out this winter. This is actually from Zudio and it's called Zudio Woman EDP. So if you have a Zudio store that's close by, please go and smell the white color bottle fragrance that they have, and tell me this is not the most amazing, sweet, delicious, very, 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 okay, I can't smell much. Let me spray this in the cap. This is the most amazing, okay, wait, did I grab the wrong one? I think I did. This is the citrusy one, I think so. And what I wanted to get is the green one, so just give me a second. Okay, so I accidentally mixed up the two. The one that I was showing you, which was the white bottle, is actually a citrusy fresh fragrance, and that is one that I would be wearing in the summer. And the one that is like the best fragrance for winter is actually the green one. So this is one that, yes, I don't have to spray, I can smell it even from the atomizer. This is the most yummy, delicious, I would almost say that it is like not a dupe, but it's like similar to Plum vanilla vibes in a certain sense, because it gives you that super sweet, very basic but yet gourmand vanilla like feeling. And in that sense, I think both of them are very, very similar. I think the more I start wearing this and then also wearing this, I will be able to you know, then compare and tell you how different they are, if they are cousins, if they are distant relatives, or if they are like siblings. So it's definitely going to take me a while because I've not started wearing this yet. I think I might have worn it just once for a few hours just to see how strong it is and how it changes on the skin, because this one actually changed on my skin quite a bit. When I smelled it in the store, it smelled a little different, and then once I got it home and I wore it one day, it definitely smelled very different. So that's why I think I wanted to test this out and see for a few hours whether it changes on my skin, and this one doesn't. But I think the green packaging is definitely very deceptive. It does not smell green or fresh at all. It's a very, very, very warm fragrance, and I am excited to wear this, test it out and see, because Zudio fragrances are obviously very, very affordable, and if they do last decently well also, I think it is a great deal to get them and check them out. So yeah, check them out if you're interested. Specifically the green one for the winter time would be a great pick to get, and I cannot obviously comment on the longevity yet. Now speaking about my next fragrance, this is actually my birthday perfume from this year, and it is Kayali Lovefest Burning Cherry. I'm not sure if I have featured this on my channel in like a long form video yet, though I did post the unboxing of this fragrance. And this is, to me, I want to call it my cheaper version of Tom Ford Lost Cherry, because I was planning on actually getting Tom Ford Lost Cherry this birthday, and it's so expensive, you guys. It's like what, 25,000 for a 50 ml bottle in India, which is a crazy price. And this is about, how much is this, 7,000, 6,000, something around that. So yeah, I think I paid close to 6,000 because I was saving my points on Nykaa, and the actual price is about 7,000 for this is also the 50 ml, I believe. Is it? Yeah, this is also the 50 ml, so not bad, especially considering if you see the size and how quickly you go through this. Like, I've worn it a few times. I think I've worn it 4 or 5 times, and I've only used up this much. So that being said, it's going to take me a while even to go through this entire bottle, which is great. And I just love like the packaging. I want to just like touch it and like hold it like this all the time. It's such sleek, beautiful packaging. Like, wow, I love it. Okay, some people are going to find it super weird, and some people are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I love this packaging. I think it looks so beautiful, the color and everything. But the main reason why this is going to be something that I want to be wearing this winter, let's quickly talk about that. So once I got it and I started wearing it a couple of times, like I told you, I noticed that this smells the way I wanted to, like Tom Ford Lost Cherry in the opening, but once it starts drying down, it turns into this really weird yet very, I don't know how to say, like for some reason it makes me think of like cashew paste. I don't know why, like I have no idea, but you know, वो काजू पीस के उसका अगर पेस्ट बनाएंगे तो it reminds me of that, and I do not like it at all. So that might probably be because of the humidity and the heat and just the climate in general. That could be a possibility, and I'll tell you why I think that. Because a few days back when I wore this, I wore it in the morning about at 7, actually before 7, but somewhere around that time, and did not experience that kaju paste wala fragrance on me on that specific day. And like I told you, it started getting a little cool in Mumbai, specifically in the morning time, like I would say subah from like 6 to about 9. I think it's pretty cool, and then it starts getting hotter and hotter in the day, right? So in the morning, I think it smelled really, really good on me when I was going to work, and then post that, like when I'm inside in the AC, of course it's not gonna like turn on me or anything. So that day specifically, I really liked the way this wore on me. And I also got a compliment from a colleague, being like, wow, you smell really good. And I think because सुबह के time में office काफ़ी खाली होता है हमारा, and there weren't a lot of people on the floor, so that's why the fragrance was also projecting very well in and around, and like the 2-3 people who were in the office that early in the morning, usme se my colleague could smell this on me pretty well. So that was of course very nice that, you know, he complimented the scent. But I just loved the way this wore on me in general, and because of that, I think this is something I want to get more use out of in the winter as compared to maybe, you know, in the summer. If that kaju wala thing is going to happen to me, I'm just going to reserve this for like cooler weather probably. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else has gone through like a similar experience with this fragrance or any other cherry fragrance. Like, I don't think the same thing happens, but Tom Ford Lost Cherry, like I think it still works in the hotter, more humid months as well. But I had a small decant of that. I didn't even have like a proper sample, so I can't tell. But with this one, I'm just going to keep you updated as to how my journey kind of goes with that specific scent. Okay, now let me quickly talk about this fragrance without like, you know, saying too much. This is Hugo Boss, the scent. So this is something that I really like wearing. It's my date night scent. I've spoken about it a couple of times, and I also feel like I will be using this a lot for the next 2-3 months probably. So yeah, this is also a very, very sweet gourmand scent, and while I can wear this throughout the year, it's a pretty big bottle, and I want to use a decent size of it in the winter in the next few months, because I don't want to like save it too much for like special occasions, and then it will so happen that because there is so much liquid in here, it's going to eventually go bad or, you know, turn or something like that. So I feel like since I've gotten this bottle, even though you can see like a decent sized dent of it, I feel like I haven't worn it much, because this is also something that you have to overspray quite a bit, and it doesn't have great longevity, which I have made peace with that. I'm still gonna buy this, I'm still gonna love it, and I'm still gonna wear it even though it doesn't have great longevity. So yeah, this is another beautiful, beautiful, very, very sweet, delicious, like you will want to eat the person who's wearing this kind of a scent. So yeah, this is something I'm just going to have in my rotation, and every once in a while, maybe like once or twice in a week, I'm going to wear this. So yeah, that is that. Then moving on, next one fragrance that I love so much, and again, you can wear this throughout the year if you want to, but I feel like because of the way the scent is, it shines the brightest and smells the most amazing in the winter time. I'm speaking about Nykaa Love Notes, another very affordable fragrance. We spoke about like 2 expensive fragrances, so I thought let's balance it out and speak about one affordable one. Now, this is the most beautiful, again, sweet, super sweet, powdery, marshmallowy, I call it like a white t-shirt fragrance because I would assume, like, even though I don't own a lot of white, especially not like basic plain white, but I would assume someone super chic in like a white t-shirt, light blue jeans, like super high-waisted, very chic, wearing like Chanel sunglasses or like very fancy sunglasses, and maybe like black boots, wearing this kind of a fragrance and just going about her day. Definitely this is also something I would wear in the daytime. I don't think I've ever worn this as a nighttime fragrance. Yeah, so for running errands, for going to office, she would wear this fragrance, and it just smells so yummy, so delicious, so sweet, fluffy, powdery, and yeah, just an amazing scent. I have this 50 ml size, and then I also have a travel spray of this fragrance. So yeah, this is also something I will be putting like a bit of a dent. Again, there's not too much of a dent in this, but I am hopeful that I will be putting a dent in this as well this winter. So yes, let's see about that one. Now moving on to the last fragrance, and then we will be done with this video. This is another new fragrance, and it's one that you will be seeing on camera on my YouTube channel. I think probably, like, this is the first appearance basically it's gonna make on my channel or any of my social media, because I haven't spoken that I bought this fragrance, because it was actually an impulse decision, to be very honest. I saw it on Nykaa at 60% off. It's a designer fragrance I'm speaking about, by the way. I saw it on 60% off on Nykaa, and I know that if you are buying this through Instagram pages, you will still pay about 5,000 ish for it, and I paid 3,500 for it. The retail price on Nykaa is about 8,000, and I paid 3,500 ish. So again, 60% off, which is crazy. I'm speaking about Michael Kors Wonderlust. This is a fragrance I've been lusting for a long time, and I was planning on buying it earlier this year because I wanted to mark a special occasion in my life with purchasing this fragrance, so that then the memories of that would be associated with this fragrance. Turns out that did not happen, and I did not feel like I want to buy the fragrance anymore. By the way, this is the gorgeous looking bottle. I think the packaging is still beautiful, but in photos, if you see, they have the ombre that's way more visible, but when you buy the actual fragrance, there is not too much of an ombre. But I still think like the component and the packaging is really beautiful, and it looks like so chic. It's amazing. And this is an almond fragrance, but it's like a lighter, more wearable version of an almond. It's not like super heavy. I think even Elisa Girl of Now, the OG, is pretty heavy. This one is not, and it smells so beautiful, you guys. I know I'm not doing the best job at describing fragrances, because I think fragrance is something you truly cannot gauge what a fragrance is going to smell like based on how someone describes it. Like, there are so many perfume YouTubers out there who have described fragrances in their videos, and basis of their descriptions, I have wanted to smell certain fragrances or buy certain fragrances, and then when I do sample them, I'm like, wow, this smells nothing like you said, or maybe it just smells different on me. I don't know. Again, fragrance is very subjective, so I try to just find resources for you guys to smell things instead of you going by my description or anyone else's description. Let me know if you have had a similar experience where you feel like, okay, a person is describing a fragrance a certain way, but then when I smell it, it smells completely different. If that has happened to you, let me know down below in the comment section. But this is something I'm very happy to get, and now I have another milestone in my life to celebrate with this specific fragrance, so I'm also very glad about that. And because it is a newer addition to my collection, and I think it's going to wear really well in the winters, I want to start wearing it. I don't want to save it for any sort of special occasion or anything. I just want to wear all my fragrances, no matter how expensive, I mean, this was probably not as expensive, but this was super expensive, or something super affordable like Zudio, I want to wear these equally, because at the end of the day, I've spent my money no matter how much money I've spent, and I don't want any of my fragrances to go bad before I use them. So yeah, this is a tip for all of you out there. If you have like one super expensive fragrance in your collection that you feel like, I want to save this for a special occasion and not wear it at all, you will never end up wearing them. That's what has happened to me when I try to save a product or a fragrance or a makeup product, anything. I never end up using it, and then it just goes bad before I could ever use it. So just use your expensive stuff, you guys, and keep a lookout on Nykaa. I don't know by the time this video is going up if this fragrance is still available in stock at the same 3,500 price point, and even if it is, I wouldn't recommend you to buy this unless and until it's on your wish list, because you definitely need to smell fragrances before you decide to buy them, especially when they cross like above, for me, even like 500 rupees, I would say. If it's under 500, I don't mind buying a fragrance, but if it's more than 500 rupees, I will probably not blind buy it. I will make sure to either get a discovery set first or a sample or anything before you pull the trigger or end up buying it, basically. Any which ways, this video has been very, very long, way more than I wanted it to, but I really hope that you liked the selection that I had to show you in today's video. And these are all the fragrances I will be wearing, hopefully a ton, in winter, and I will do an update video on this in 4 months. So basically, once winter ends, I will be updating you, showing you and sharing with you how much I have used each individual fragrance, and kind of summarize my thoughts and experiences wearing all of these fragrances for 4 months. I'll do that, so stay tuned, of course, for that. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.